Hello. Welcome along to episode 222 of Adventures in Pop. My name is Simon Jacobs, and you are most welcome. In this episode, I want to do a bit of a recap, really, a bit of kind of a taking a step back and telling you a little bit about who I am and how I got here and what this is all about. Because it does strike me, I was thinking about this the other day, it does strike me that now that I've got all of you fantastic subscribers, all 125,000 of you, and look, there's my plaque. Yes, from YouTube, congratulating me on 100,000. Thank you so much, YouTube. It just struck me that there'll be some people watching this and possibly even enjoying this who don't really know what this is about or what this is supposed to be about or what it's for. What's its purpose? So I want to do a little recap, tell you a little bit about me. It's like a bit of a state of the nation, and maybe finish up with a little bit of music that was actually recorded this very afternoon. So that's rather exciting. So hold on for that. Okay. I started recording music in 2017 on my own with the cheapest of gear. You can go back to the beginning of the adventures to hear the full, torrid story of my starting up with, as I say, the cheapest of gear, because I didn't really think that I could do anything. I didn't really know if I could, I knew I could write a song, but could I record it? Could I produce it? Could I make it sound like anything? The answer was yes and no. So here I am in 2025. I'm a singer-songwriter. I am an independent musician. I have released so far 6.5, I think we can say now, albums. I'm busy releasing singles from my 7th album, which that sounds in itself completely crazy. I know that there's kind of album 8 and probably most of album 9 sort of, coalescing somewhere along the track. So lots and lots of music. Album 7 is more of a dancey sort of selection of songs than maybe other albums. The previous album, which is Strange Alien, that was probably more guitar-y. So, occasionally there's a bit of a theme, a constant that runs through these different albums. But listen, it's up to you to check them out as you wish. They're all there for you on Spotify and all the other streaming platforms. I sometimes advise people maybe to miss out the first one, but it's part of the learning, it's part of the development. So here I am, as I say, 6 albums in, on my 7th now. I think if you add all my Spotify streams together, I'm somewhere in the kind of, I don't know, approaching 3 million, maybe 2,800,000, something like that. And then, as a way of promoting the music, I started up a YouTube channel, called it Adventures in Pop. This is episode 222 of it. It's been going for about 4.5 years, and that's what's brought me all these hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Thank you very much indeed. I don't know your names, I don't know where you live, I don't know anything about you, but I do know you're very, very special people. And I guess as I've gone along, I've learned a lot about a lot of things. I've learned a lot about production. That's the first thing. Really, it was quite ropey at the beginning. I would say it's a bit more professional now. I think, it's not one of those things where you arrive at a situation where, I am brilliant. It's a long learning curve. And also, as things change and as technology changes, as tastes change, you have to kind of go with that as well. So I don't think it's ever a static kind of skill being a producer. But I'm better than I was. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? And along the way, I think I've learned quite a lot about Spotify as well, and about the ups and downs of working with Spotify and trying to kind of, generate enough streams to earn some money, make a living, all those sorts of things, which I think I'm still quite a long way away from. And then a couple of other things that have been really interesting, because I probably wouldn't have guessed when I started that these things would pop up. One is sending music off to Taxi, and Taxi has been interesting. I haven't particularly, done very well or cracked it, but in the last year with Taxi, I've had a couple of tracks accepted by them and sent on to whoever they get sent on to, and then I've yet to hear. I may never hear. And for those interested, Taxi, based in California, are the go-between company who send out briefs looking for original music, sometimes cover versions, but always material that can be used in films, TV, adverts, or in publishing libraries, etc. So I've had a couple of successes there, many notable failures, but hey, let's just talk about the good things. The other thing that I think I would never have kind of guessed really from the very beginning is the pleasure that comes from collaborating and working with people that I simply didn't know before. Now, there was one collaboration that had been going on for years and years and years before I got started, and that's the Rothman and Jacobs collaboration that actually started in the early 80s. And is a little dormant at the moment, but there are 8 tracks released under Rothman and Jacobs. Go check those out. They're mighty fine. So that was one collaboration, and every now and again we managed to get a go at moving something forward a little bit. But then with CJ, we formed Goldhawk Foxes, and that's been really interesting. That's been a collaboration a little bit more kind of R&B meets pop. CJ has his favorite, his favorite kind of source of influence and inspiration is kind of 90s R&B, and therefore that kind of gets blended into the sound, and it's been really good. There are 1.5 albums out there from Goldhawk Foxes. There will soon be a second album, but go check out Goldhawk Foxes by all means. That's another angle. And then very recently, through a very good friend of mine, she put me in touch with, or sent to me, I suppose, in some ways, her niece. And this is, if you look on my website, on the page that says collaborations, it talks about Rothman Jacobs, it talks about Goldhawk Foxes, and then it just says Jojo Blythe. Who is Jojo Blythe? Well, this is a new collaboration. I'm going to talk about it in more detail on another occasion, and even get Jojo herself to maybe come and say hello. But Jojo is new to singer-songwriting, but basically, I think, woke up one morning and thought, maybe I can write a song, and she's written a few. So she comes here with songs fully written. So my job there is quite different. My collaboration job is to basically help her make her song, come alive in a studio context. You can go home with after a few days with a mastered version of her song. So I'm not taking any part in songwriting. There's been a bit of arranging here and there because we've done actually 5 songs now, so it's been going on for a little while. I just didn't want to mention it to you. But we've done 5 songs. It's really interesting. She's in her early 20s. She's at Oxford University. She's just doing her finals now, so I won't be seeing her until sometime in the summer. And yeah, we're just getting these tracks. So it's a very different job, as I say. She writes the songs. I help with some of the arranging and the production. And because it's her song, what she says goes. So basically, every now and again, I might throw something in, and Jojo will say, "I wonder if you could take that out again," and I have to do that. I have to kind of follow the instructions because I think it's a different role. I can't just say no. It sounds better with this, because I think she's in charge in that relationship. So it's quite important that ego at the door and all the rest of it. So that's where I'm at. Still putting out music, writing music, working with other people, sending stuff to Taxi, and making videos for YouTube. And on YouTube front, what you'll find is lots of adventures in pop like this. You'll find original songs where it's just the song video, and you'll find a whole series I've done recently called Unreleased Tracks, which there are probably about 20 of them now, and they are songs that for whatever reason missed out being on an album, and when I go back and find them, I think they're they're okay. Some of them are very noble kind of failures. Some of them I can't really remember why they missed out in the first place, but this is a chance to kind of put them out with their own little video, often a lyrics video or something very basic, so that people have got the opportunity to see those. So that's it. That's me. That's where I'm at. I'm delighted to have you on board. Next week is a new single from me coming out called Ibiza Sunset, and a week after that is a new single from Goldhawk Foxes, both of which are very, very good. And so I think you should just stick around, really. And if you haven't subscribed, blimey heck, why don't you? I'm going to leave you with one of the collaborations. This was filmed very roughly, just for fun, this very afternoon around the piano. It's CJ and me doing a Goldhawk Foxes song. It's the most recent release. This is Never Be Together. I will see you next time, and until then, enjoy a little bit of music around the piano. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Say nothing, walk away, take the L, cause that's the game. See you around, act like it's no strange. We can never be together, we can never be together. Every night I'm out with friends, till the sun comes up again. Feel no shame, cause I know my pain. We can never be together, we can never be together. Need to break your hold on me. No, cut me loose and set me free. Whoa, I don't even get to be sad about you. So what? Move on, move on. I won't ever get over us two. How can I be